Hi, it's me, Melinda, and I'm coming to you just to talk to you a little bit about chronic illness. That's another thing on my plate right now I'm dealing with. I hadn't known that I had had Lyme disease for 10 plus years until I was tested. I did have an IGeneX test with a wonderful doctor who unfortunately kind of got bullied out of being a doctor, out of the profession right now. I don't know the full story, I'm not asking, but I do hope that he comes back because I really like him. Though my insurance didn't cover it, I did have to pay out of pocket, but that was okay. He was, at the time I had the money for it, and he was a good doctor, so I really liked him. So, what led up to this? Well, let's say about a year ago, at this time, I had to quit my job at Republic Services because I was in a bad way. I was to the point where I was walking with a cane. My last day there, I was really embarrassed. I knew I broke down crying. My coworkers were awesome. I had a wonderful team of coworkers there. I love those ladies and still do. But I couldn't even open the door. I couldn't hold a pen. That particular day was just an awful day. I hurt from head to toe. I couldn't barely walk. I got out of the car and I it was just very painful for me to walk. I had a cane at that point in time because for the most part I was just laying on the couch during my day when I had off time. I couldn't take a step without feeling out of breath. And I still have those days where I'm like that, without the cane, of course, but there's been some times where I feel like I do need it because I'm very unsteady. I don't have the get up and go that I once had. Now, let's flash back a little bit. Now, 10 plus years ago, when I had seen the doctor, when I originally started feeling a little funky, I had asked the doctor, okay, I'm tired all the time. I'm forgetful. I'm thinking maybe I had a stroke or something during birth, but during my last child, who at that point in time was Alex. So I had said, well, what's going on? Something's wrong. Maybe I don't believe I have Alzheimer's, but something's up. I'm not quite sure what it is. Sorry, the dogs are barking in the back. We got company. So not quite sure what it is, but what's going on. At that time, I had 3 kids. They were about, let's say, I think they were all under 10 or 9. And so the doctor's explanation was, you're tired. You're a new mom. You're a young mom. You're involved in scouting and all this other stuff, mom's groups and all this other interesting things. And so he just chalked it up to be me, a mom. That's it. Busy mom, and he knew my home life was kind of volatile at the time. I had shared that with him. So he knew something was up, and he just said, it's stress. You're just stressed out. You're burning the candle at both ends. You just need to kind of somehow relax or leave the marriage that you're in, leave your relationship. And so he left it at that. And I just summed it up as a good explanation. He did do a workup on me, a blood workup, but that didn't include Lyme disease at the time. Now, I do recall finding a bite. We thought it was MRSA. I ended up going to the ER. The ER just said, oh, it's just a spider bite. Don't worry about it. They didn't do any testing further than that. Sent me on my way, gave me a salve to put on it and a Band-Aid, and that was it. Well, soon after that, I started feeling funky. I remember being the only one in the house that had like the flu. That's the best way to say it. I didn't throw up, but I was tired. I was achy. I was miserable. I couldn't get off the couch at that point in time. And it lasted maybe about 4 days to a week or so. And then I started feeling like my old self again, kinda. But now thinking back, as the time went on, I was forgetful. I couldn't remember simple things. Where I used to be good at even spelling, I couldn't remember to spell simple words. I would talk to somebody and kind of be in a daze while they were chatting with me. I'd just be daydreaming, just a brain fog. Fast forward to now, and now that I know that that's Lyme. With my new practitioner, my new doctor, he had been frustrated as well because he couldn't quite put his finger on it. He's like, Melinda, I did every test known to man, and I think I'm gonna have to send you to a psychiatrist because you know what? It's just all the blood tests are coming normal, everything else is coming back normal. I think it's all in your head. Well, this is not something that is unheard of in the Lyme community. This happens quite often because practitioners, one, they just don't know too much about Lyme. They are also fearful because there is a big cloud of mystery that surrounds this disease. I'm not going to say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but there is some interesting information if you go ahead and look back at the origin of Lyme disease. So going back with that, a lot of doctors don't want to be branded as this holistic, flaky kind of Lyme person. So they will pretty much just stay to the books and to say, okay, here's your protocol. You were either crazy or you have Epstein-Barr. Well, you could have Epstein-Barr, but it could be that you could have he was going with lupus, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue chronic fatigue syndrome, and what else? Oh my goodness, I have adrenal fatigue and Hashimoto's. So they gave me this big old laundry list, and again, he just says, you know what, you're just crazy. So at that point in time, I just blew up. I blew up on my doctor and says, no, this isn't right. This is me. I'm crying. Am I dying? What's going on? And we had blows. We went toe to toe there. He was going to kick me out of the office, but I had to stand up for myself. Again, I had to be an advocate because my husband, dear, loved this man, Terry. He's had to dress me and pull me up and to help me walk and to get me up in the morning at times. And he's been wonderful. Anyway, can't say enough about my husband. Brag on him for a minute, but there's been times when I don't know if I'm coming or going. The migraines, the brain fog, the feeling like I have critters in there, but creepy crawlies crawling on me, buzzing sensations on my skin, feeling like someone just burned me with a red hot poker, stomach issues. I have pain, numbness throughout my body, pins and needles feeling. It's terrible, and it doesn't stop. It keeps going. It goes on and on. The fatigue is something that really gets me because I'm one of those people that like to go, but I will find that I might sleep half the day away. I go to work now. Unfortunately, my husband can't find work, so I do a part-time work. And I'm there maybe 5.5 hours. And guys, I gotta tell you, when I get home, there's times where I literally crawl in the house, crawl up the stairs and go to bed, where I have to have my family get me out of the car, or get me up the stairs because I can't do it. I mean, sometimes I can't lift myself out of the car, and it's kind of sad that I have to have my kids, see me like this, first of all. But this little disease has really, really made havoc with my life. But I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. I haven't given up. And as far as treatment, well, I was referred to another clinic. They're down in Indy, but they want $300+ a month. And I also have to drive to Indy, which I can't afford that. So right now I'm just going to I have to clean eat again because I felt really good, better when I got rid of the sugar and the gluten and such. I have to get back on that. I'm sorry, Lisa. I know I have to get back on that. I will. Infrared sauna helps. I just have to get back to, it's at my church, so I have to get back to church to do that, or have my wonderful, talented husband create that. But I've rambled on enough. It's dinner time. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later.